Check it out, guys. We're down racing in the valley, and I've made a lot of how-to and tutorial type videos that, you know, you guys have been liking, but I raced that thing back there, and a lot of you guys are maybe just starting off with like a street car or, you know, a different kind of bracket car. Maybe you're foot braking or something like that. And how do you foot brake a car? I have no idea, but I know someone. I have a plan for you guys. I know someone who is very, very good at it, and he's standing right beside me. How the heck do you drive this car? There's no Transbrake and there's no box. Explain this to me.
You foot brake it.
How do you foot brake a car? Run me through the process.
Are you kidding me?
I don't understand how that even works.
You've never foot braked a car?
No.
Serious?
Never once. Never once. Think about it. When have I ever been in a car that didn't have a box in it?
This is true. You had old Blackie, and that had a tranny brake right away, didn't it? And a box, right?
Yeah, that's it. I've never bottom bulbed in my life.
Wow.
There's a lot of people out there that watch my videos and they like the tips and tricks and tutorials, but they're not stepping into something like that. They're stepping into maybe something they need to foot brake. What tips do you got? How do you run something like this? Look at it, no electronics whatsoever. Bare bones. And right here, Douglas, I mean, you have to earn that badge. How do you be dead nuts when you're foot braking?
When the tree is coming down, I have to wait till the last bulb is bright before I can leave. I have my RPMs at 1600 RPMs. I'm holding
every single time.
Every single time, 1600 RPMs.
That's super critical. What's going to happen to your light if you just vary a little bit on that?
Well, it's going to make it drastic. I mean, you're going to leave different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different deal. I mean, if you don't have it at 1600 RPMs, you're going to screw your whole sequence up.
Sure, sure.
And when that light
RPM.
comes bright, you let off the brake and floor it, and it's a lot of years of testing.
So it's like the foot comes off the brake and the foot goes all the way down on the gas, just like in one motion. It's like a rotation almost.
Yep.
And it's not like when you see the first flash of the last one.
It has to be on for me.
It has to be like
bright.
Right, like bright. He says it's gotta be bright. I don't even know if I understand the concept.
Because if it's just coming on and I leave, I'm gonna red light.
So you're consciously watching the bulb.
Absolutely.
And you're like thinking, and this is happening so fast, but you're thinking like, oh, it's been on for a little bit now, I'll go.
Yeah,
that's basically
kind of, but in like a millionth of a second.
This has to be impossible. This is what blows my mind.
You should get in there and drive this thing.
No, that would be embarrassing, Doug.
Oh, come on. You would catch on right away.
Doug, how many championships have you won with this thing?
I honestly don't know.
Is that up to date?
Oh, well, these two are Colton's. No, it's not up to date because I doubled up in 15 or 16.
Oh my gosh, needs to be updated.
And then I won a Saturday night shootout after that, I think. I'd have to look at the stuff at home.
What kind of car do you have here, Doug?
1972 Plymouth Scamp.
What's the combination?
A 408 with a 904 Chrysler transmission.
What's your best ET you've had in this car?
1040.
1040?
Yep.
Just really good air.
Really, really good air. Had low first gear in the transmission. 488 gears in it.
Have you ever messed around with like blinders on the tree?
I actually had tried to put like a blinder even on my helmet and stuff. I never had any luck doing that. I just couldn't do it.
So you're watching the tree go yellow, yellow, yellow. It's on long enough. Now I'm gonna go. You're watching the tree. How do you keep yourself, like, I feel like I would be anticipating it and that would make me inconsistent. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, actually 2 weeks ago I was red lighting, 00 red light, 00 red light, and I'm like, okay, I need to change something. I can't change the way I leave.
Yeah.
So I have to change something
because you're consistent,
because
00 red light.
00 or 00 to the good.
Yeah.
You know, which
so you don't want to change your muscle or your reaction or your mind or where your spot is on the tree. You don't want to change that at all. So then what'd you do?
lower the tire pressure in the front tires.
So you change the
It makes the
rollout
rollout a little bit longer. I went from 32 pounds down to I think 26, 24.
So how much did that change your light speed?
It actually made me like a 00 to the good to a teen.
Perfect. Pro tips here from the Doug. We're gonna go on board with Doug's car. I hope you guys got some value out of this. Hopefully you can see Doug's process when he's driving this car, and hopefully you can learn something, because like I mentioned, I have never once foot braked a car, and I know a ton of you guys out there are probably foot braking. You're probably watching the channel and you're like, dude, I don't have that. I don't even have a Transbrake. I don't even have a box or nothing. It's like, I know it's completely different, but I'm just not an expert at anything except, I can't even call myself an expert at that. I screw that up plenty too, but Doug is definitely the expert when it comes to foot braking. He's just the foot braking maniac out here, won tons of championships, has tons of experience. How many years have you been doing this, Doug?
25.
25 years worth of experience. That's what you're about to see on the track.